Good morning, good evening, and good night. Welcome to another episode of a Good Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Jamal Good, and I want to welcome you guys.
Soon to be star.
Wow.
Of his own movie.
Wearing my favorite wrestler's t-shirt. Favorite wrestler's t-shirt.
He really got a definition of mystical song, like shake that ass.
Wow. All right. I cannot do it myself. I am joined today by Will. Will, welcome to the podcast. All right. Come back to Will. We're also... Oh, there you go.
There he is.
What up, everybody? No long intro this time. Don't feel like it at the moment.
That's it? Oh, what the shit?
There's going to be at least one out of every 250,000 hoes and 250,002 heavens where I'm not going to make a long intro. It's funny, I kind of just made one now. So, there you go.
Okay. All right. We're also joined today by Chris. Chris, welcome to the podcast.
What up, everybody? Jamal, you might want to take that sticker off. Is it fresh out the bag?
It's fresh out. Look, hold on. Here's the bag right here. I made sure that I waited to not touch this shirt until this podcast. This is 2 episodes ago when I told you I was going to order this shit. We're also joined by Aaron. Aaron, where in the world are you, sir?
Let's see. Where am I? I'm in the hood. Chilling right by Poplar Grove, really by Poplar Grove in the hood.
My man. All right, we are also joined today by Mr. MWC Blues. Buddy, welcome.
And swear to God, you know it's all right. I don't know why at every episode it's like he gonna do it right this time. It's like a kid that's waiting for Santa Claus, knowing that Santa Claus is in the basement. But we're going to finish the conversation before we start the podcast. So all I'm saying is, there's some.
So are you going to say that you believe in prostitution?
I believe that everybody has the right to make their money any way possible, as long as I can make mine off the top of the cut. Listen, that's what the first. Listen, isn't the Bible.
Should I delete this now and start over?
Keep going.
You got a political career you're trying to get to?
I didn't say nothing about prostitution. You started it.
I believe that in certain states, prostitution is legal.
Shit, they about to get rid of Roe v. Wade. Shit, I ain't worried about that.
Think about it like this: OnlyFans is sex work.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you might be thinking that we're actually talking about prostitution, but we're actually talking about independent contractors, wrestling independent contractors. See how I did that? I can't get it down.
So you tell all these female wrestlers getting out of wrestling that they're going to start their own OnlyFans page?
Well, some of them did.
Nia Jax did.
Again, if Nia Jax can get people to watch it, so could you.
I can't get this fucking
There are people on OnlyFans just showing their feet and they making ridiculous amounts of money.
Right. Shit. Wait till we start a Good Wrestling Podcast OnlyFans page with Jamal showing his stuff on there.
Hey, this is YouTube now. This is YouTube, not OnlyFans, not Patreon. This is you.
OnlyFans, people just watching you eat. There you go.
Shit, I see you making that money. If I can do it, Jamal can do it.
Hey, no. Damn goose goose. Damn goose goose.
So we're going to completely ignore Oscar YouTube page. It's real. I'm not joking. It's real. Anyway.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Yeah, we live.
So speaking of live, we had Roman Reigns being confronted by Drew McIntyre this past week on Monday Night Raw. Mr. Transition himself.
Do we gotta talk about Raw today?
Yeah, I mean, we got the greatest professional wrestler in the world on Raw.
We started with prostitution. Why not talk about Raw?
Wow.
I mean, that's the only way we can go into it.
Hey, Aaron, who we going to shout out to?
Prices in Vegas.
Shout out to Bang Bros. Hey.
There we go. So, Now it's Drew's turn again. I personally am tired of Drew getting big title shots. To me, and I know the panel Spike will disagree with me. To me, he is still a mid Carter.
I'm gonna disagree with you for real because Drew McIntyre. I mean, right now they don't have nobody else. It's like, remember, if they ain't had nobody else, that's why they always went to Roman. Roman is now the man. He got both titles, so now they gotta go to Drew. Who else they got? I mean, of course they got like niggas like Edge. They got AJ Styles, Finn Balor. Who all is in?
All three of them is all of them in the same program.
Except the story, yeah. They don't got nobody.
You got Bobby.
Bobby with
Bobby's going with the other big black.
I mean, it's
black on black crime. Okay,
there's no such thing. Listen, the prophet Kevin Samuel said,
"No." They had an arm wrestling match. That is ridiculous. That right there is a crime in itself. Have an arm wrestling match live on TV a couple weeks ago. Why?
That's WWE recycled writing. Hey, let's bring this back out the vault.
That's Vince McMahon saying, I'm gonna put two big strong niggas in the ring together and do no wrestling, just holding arms, holding hands as unison.
Because we all know almost can't wrestle, so it's just like they need to manufacture any type of movement out of him possible without hurting the person in the room. Really? Really? We don't have to do this.
That's what you got.
I can't. Why are we looking at the roster right now?
I don't know why he's looking at the roster because he didn't do his homework. Nobody on there can dethrone Roman Reigns. They're trying to hold off until Cody get built up with enough equity to do it for SummerSlam. Because reports have been put out there that Fox was like, "Whoa, I don't like my belt being on USA."
I'll be honest.
They want exclusive rights.
You know what, Jamal? Just looking at that list, it still frustrates me and saddens me that Robert Roode has never been given a chance.
He was never a top of any show.
NXT was
NXT.
Exactly. No good show he was on top of.
When he was on top of NXT, that was a good show.
The Triple H era?
Yeah.
Was good.
When he was not by the ratings.
An opportunity.
Okay. So when have you
son.
been a Raiders guy?
I'm not a Raiders guy. I'm more or less of who's going to bring asses to the seats. Bobby Roode is not one of them.
Well, he had that glorious sound.
It's like he had the glorious intro, and then Vince just popped the bubble, just like he did with Shinsuke. Shinsuke had the intro, fans loved it, and poof, popped the bubble. Just like with fans.
They made the intro change with Shinsuke make sense. It's like, oh no, I don't want y'all singing. Fuck y'all.
Right.
It made sense. It's character change. It made sense.
But then it came back.
Because he became a face again.
Right. I mean, realistically, the only person who's going to take the belt back to Raw is going to be Cody. And that's not going to be until SummerSlam.
Wow, you think it's that early?
I mean, they got to do, because Fox is going to cause a problem. Fox is like, I want my belt back. I don't care what y'all doing.
Money into the shit.
Right.
They have put their money into it.
That's what I'm saying. Fox wants their champion back. He does. They do not want to share their champion.
Allegedly, they want Raw too. They want to get Raw, but
I mean,
Peacock NBC will always had the one up on them.
I mean, that's one of the aspects of it. It's like, I don't mind Drew. Drew's the big draw for the European audience. So if they can do something with him to bring that ratings in, when is the UK pay-per-view? Or did it happen already?
What did they I think
it's like late on the
like September. It should be like in September, right?
Yeah, I think it's
so. They got So they got to keep him relevant enough until September.
For what? SummerSlam?
No, they got to keep Drew popular enough until September when they do the UK pay-per-view.
Oh.
That's when everything. That's when they're gonna go balls to the wall. Not with Europeans. I don't mean white people either. I mean like people from European.
But Jamal, I think the reason why you have Drew being that guy is because Sheamus is old. You got to have that European guy. Not unless they want to put Gunther gets a big push.
And that's why it's too early for him. It's way too early.
They really gonna have to tone down. I want to know what his finishing move is going to be because I'm sure Vince is going to take that chop away from him.
Yo, so he force-fed us Roman Reigns. He's force-feeding us Austin Theory.
I wouldn't say he force-fed us Roman Reigns. He did.
WrestleMania after WrestleMania after WrestleMania. Nobody cared about this dude. They booed
y'all didn't care. Y'all didn't care.
The Rock in WrestleMania.
Y'all didn't care about him.
He sucked.
People who bought tickets cared about him.
Did they?
Yeah.
Same could be said about Cena, Jamal.
Yeah.
Cena,
he's a top guy.
No. They loved Cena the whole time.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
When did Cena ever get booed?
Listen, kids love Cena. Wrestling fans hated him.
Right. And you got to realize, if you are Vince McMahon, only cares, the casual fans love Roman Reigns. They will always love Roman Reigns because he's a gorgeous man.
Yo, if I keep giving you Fruit Loops and you see other options and all you eat is Fruit Loops, I'm force feeding you that shit. You gonna like Fruit Loops?
No. We on a budget.
Get off from the table until you finish.
Eat the Fruit Loops until you can get your own stuff, or you're gonna listen. All I'm saying is, I'm not going to say no derogatory comments here because right here I can I can put it right there, but I won't do it about force feeding anybody anything. All I'm saying is, you have to push the guy you want to be the star.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They could push anybody. They could push Ezekiel and make that shit work.
Vince,
they are making it work.
Vince owes a debt of gratitude to the Samoans, so you're always going to get a Samoan regardless.
I got you. I get that.
I mean, we can go back in time. I think every year at least one Samoan was on their roster from the 80s to current. I think it was only 1 year that wasn't on it.
And we didn't even know. We didn't even know Yokozuna was a Samoan. We all thought he was Japanese.
I knew that. I saw him at the family picnic. I was there. I was like, Cuzzo Yoko. He was like, yo, what's up, Ma? Hey, yo.
You was like, hey, Oos. You was like, hey, Oos.
Hey, yo, that's what I said.
You was on home filming the other burger? That's why you on his diet? so you can be the Yokozuna on this podcast?
Don't hate on my family, my bloodline. Shout out.
They the only family that don't have to be in shape and still get.
They are in shape. It's called round. That's the shape they're in. It's called round. That's the shape. It's a circle.
Like I don't even understand. Like these cats play foot. Like the Rikishi, the Uso brothers, and Solo Sikoa. They supposed to play football. I'm like, what football did y'all play? Because y'all have no definition.
No, you gotta understand. They play football until they get injured, then they go to a wrestling ring. There's no. You can't be like, I want to be an accountant as a Samoan. They're like, you want to be a what? I want to be an accountant. No, ain't no accountants. There's no accountants.
Like
he's a headbutt.
Roman's the only one, and The Rock was just he's half Samoan, but Roman is the only one later in life that decided to do something to tone himself up, and he even had to lose weight after playing football.
That's surgery, bro.
Tone?
Oh, you said he got the fake? You said he got the ab implants?
No. You know why he lost weight? It's called cancer. Anyway, let's move on.
Jesus.
That's the diet he was on. It's called Make a Wish.
Oh wow.
My God. I'm about to...
Wow.
But getting back to what you're saying, Jamal, unfortunately, you're going to keep getting Drew because as you show with that roster,
ain't nobody else.
Who else? What, Braun Breaker?
I mean, he's not. You got to realize everybody got that season to lose to Roman until WrestleMania.
Gable Stevenson.
That's it. I mean, AJ Finn, Edge are all in the same storyline right now. You don't have nobody else.
It's not much of a deep roster anymore. Even though he's going to retire soon or he's going to get dropped soon, I would have loved to see Shelton Benjamin. I know he can't talk, but I would have loved to have seen him get at least one title.
See, that's the problem. If you gotta put something in front of their name, like he don't have no mic skills. Yes, that's the fault of a lot of these athletic wrestlers. I don't want to say black.
We all thought Brock couldn't talk, but this new Brock, he was a pretty funny guy.
I mean, that's just recent. I mean, that was after COVID. That was COVID Brock. He was like, I'm gonna live my life. COVID Brock was like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do because I don't know when I'm gonna die. So COVID Brock was like, you want me out here? I don't want no scripts. I'm gonna do me.
Speaking of dying, I think this is a dying gimmick. We had the Alpha Academy going against Alpha Academy and Kevin Owens. They defeated the Street Profits and Ezekiel. I want Elias back.
Why?
I like Macho Man. Just give him the gimmick and let him run with it.
That's
it. Wait.
He'll get over more with this gimmick for a couple weeks, and then
split personality.
Yeah, they worked with Damon Sandow.
No, he was the first person to ever lose the goddamn title match after winning the Money in the Bank match.
What did he lose to?
Lost to Cena himself.
Exactly. That's what the problem is. And plus, nobody's going to believe him being a world champion.
That was
Let's be real.
No, I don't trust it.
Let's be real. Nobody would treat him as a world champion.
You don't know. So nobody thought the greatest NWA champion today would ever be a champion, but yet he is the greatest woo champion that you know. Get it? See what I did there? Go ahead. Comments, questions, concerns? Okay.
It's way too early to tell you go F yourself.
Why? I mean, why are you hating on my man?
It's way too early.
Greatest NWA champion.
You know he keeps taking his damn belt to Disney World.
Hey, he can do it.
One short away being a pedophile.
He's the NWA champion.
There's no reason why you take that belt to there.
Take it wherever you go. You know how heavy. I feel bad for him because his luggage is so heavy with all the gold that he's taking.
Really?
He's taking gold everywhere. You know what I mean? Okay. It's like he got Fort Knox on his back. Mr. Fort Knox. That's his new name, yo. Mr. Fort Knox. He's got gold for days.
I dislike you in so many different days. I really
got the A-Rap money. Got the A-Rap.
That's racist.
No, okay. That's very racist.
It's a song. Busta Rhymes.
Okay, who said that song wasn't racist?
Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes says nigga a lot in that song.
That's not racist.
And just watch an episode
of the Boondocks. It's not an ER, it's an A. Nigga.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Wow. I'm gonna let you say that.
Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna let you say that on air. I'm gonna let you say it on air because I'm not gonna say it.
What? You just said nigga like 10 minutes ago.
What I say nigga?
Just now.
That was Aaron.
I did not say it.
I said nigga.
You just both of y'all just said it.
Well, I don't have a problem with saying nigga.
Oh, all right.
Nigga.
This is the part that we edit out when it comes to wanting sponsors.
Yeah, this episode's done with. You know?
Oh. Shout out to all my niggas.
This is like a public announcement. We say nigga on this show.
Speaking of the N-word, Nikki Ash became a 24/7 champion this past week, defeating Dana Brooke.
I'm trying to uplift the people. And here you go, bringing us back down.
I mean, she's a
She's
belt.
going
It's a championship belt, right?
What's going to happen is she's going to become serious again.
They just said that. Hold on, baby. She lost the belt to Dana Brooke right after that, and then she met up with the Dewdrop, and Dewdrop asked her a simple question: "Are you ready to start taking stuff serious?" And Nikki's response was yes.
Can I ask?
Like you just said, we're gonna get serious, Nikki again.
Why is Dana Brooke still in WWE?
Do you really want me to answer that?
No, do not.
Do you really want me to answer that?
There's a couple of things I'll let you slide with. No.
You know, because I can break it down to you. I can create a PowerPoint real quick. It's only one PowerPoint I need.
No.
Don't be a PowerPoint presentation.
Right. And it got nothing to do with her wrestling.
We know.
I don't get it. I still.
Speaking, I'm sorry.
Are you sure you want him to go there?
No. I was gonna say, speaking of nothing to do with wrestling, let's talk about NXT.
Wow.
Talk about NXT.
Wow, you just want to shoot.
Spring Breaking was
yeah, Spring Breaking was decent. So I'm gonna let Buddy take off the first match so I can kind of mute myself real quick.
First of all, we're not going to talk about NXT. We're going to go back to Dana Brooke. First of all, I understand her husband is emotionally attached to his wife. But don't come at me, bro. Because I'm not a comedian, but I tell the truth.
Who's her husband?
Some slap ass nut guy. He be getting angry at people online. Hey, don't you dare talk about my wife.
Oh, he got angry at you?
Oh, he didn't get angry at me. Because I ain't doing shit like most white women. All I'm saying is she's one of the
Would you like to repeat what you just said? I think it went over their heads.
No, it didn't.
Dana Brooke's husband is Ulysses Diaz. He's a boxer.
Yeah, he's the same one that went around trying to he tried to attack somebody about something going on and like, I can't believe these trolls said something bad about my non-wrestling wife. It's not my fault she's horrible in the ring. It's your wife's problem that she's horrible in the ring.
And she came up on the mic.
Like nothing about her says she should still be hired. Nothing. Like nothing. It's like nothing about her tells you like, hey, I really want to watch her wrestle. Nothing.
You know who
she looks like a man.
There you go.
She's the white Alicia Fox. That's who she is.
If Alicia Fox was a transvestite, all I'm saying is just Dana Brooke looks like a man more than Charlotte Flair. It's just like it's levels to you look like a man. You know what I mean? Like
who look more like a man? Dana Brooke or Nyla Rose?
Dana Brooke. At least Nyla Rose had a surgery. I got more respect from her. You know? You know?
Jamal.
I believe in Jamal, all the things they talk about.
Aaron is the reason why you about to get flagged.
Aaron, why, yo? Why did you do that, Aaron?
I don't know why you ask me questions. You ask me questions. I respond, and it's my fault. You don't blame the victim here. You blame, like, I'm the victim.
How?
You're the victim of what?
I'm the victim.
You the
victim of what?
Because he asked me questions, and it was like, I'm not going to not answer it.
I asked you one question.
Anyway.
We all agree she look like a man.
Hey, Aaron, who looks more like a woman? Dana Brooke or Sonny Kiss?
Oh, my God. And y'all call me terrible.
Sonny Kiss.
Anyway, so on the NXT, yes, we had a tag team match to start off NXT.
At least one guy asked.
Nikita Lyons and Corey J face on against Lash Legends and Natalia.
Oh, so we go from ass to talk about Yamamania.
Oh, God.
Jam.
Yamamania.
Make that booty drop.
Oh, hey Jamal, welcome back. I just realized you was back. How you doing, sir? I hope all is well. We missed you.
Other highlights, Cameron Grimes is still your NXT North American champion, and Braun Breaker is still your NXT champion after dropping Joe Gacy. Although the ending was weird as shit, but it fits Joe Gacy's character.
Okay, so nobody really cares about NXT. The only thing I cared about was the Nikita Lyons match. And after that, I didn't care.
Hey, I'm gonna say it like this: they're working on something, and apparently people like ratings. So it's just like, yeah, I'm back to Dana Brooks.
No, listen, buddy.
Dana was,
oh my
she
god,
was good when she was in a tag team, but they didn't do nothing with a tag team,
Jamal, how you feel about your goddess getting sunburned?
We're gonna talk about that a little bit later.
Who's his goddess?
Mandy.
Oh, but anyway,
because she needs some more melanin inside of her.
Buddy, I got a question. I got a question for you. If Nikita Lyons started an OnlyFans page, would you purchase it?
No.
Why not?
The man on open.
Oh no! I listen. My only thing about them is you're not paying. I don't pay it in real life. I'm not gonna pay it for a full fake life. So that's my only thing. Like all I gotta do is simply Google you and everything pop up.
Mm-mm.
I mean, and she's not doing nothing pay worthy.
I don't know.
Insertion, whatever. She look like somebody you can't take it in the culo. Anyway, go next.
Shout out to Bang Bros.
Right.
Jamal, you good?
I'm always good.
No puns intended.
He already got the email to flags. So like whoever's on
flag. The whole episode is just flagged. I don't even know why we're recording anymore. It's just
we gotta redo it. This is okay.
I can stop and start over.
No,
because if you stop and start over, I promise you, we're gonna
continue with the conversation.
This will get 10 times worse.
We're going to continue with the conversation. Buddy's favorite organization, ROH, Women's Championship, was defended on AEW as it was a...
All I'm going to say is this. I stopped the countdown of the death of ROH because it's never coming back.
That's why
all I do is plead for one simple thing. At least do some type of introductions to the ROH people when they on AEW. That's all I ask for. That's do some type of like clip or something for people to be like, hey, this person was important here. Boom. This person was important here. Boom. You gotta introduce these talents because it's like I'm watching them like I don't get why they not doing it. Stop assuming people know who these people are.
Well, we know who Mercedes Martinez is.
I mean, I know she look like a man. All I'm saying is...
Oh, my God.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? You know what I mean? That's the problem with AEW.
Why?
See, this is the problem with AEW. All the good wrestlers look like men, and all the bad wrestlers look amazing. And they gotta find a middle ground. There got to be some type of middle ground with these female wrestlers in AEW. It's like it's a scale. The better looking you are, you can't wrestle. So the worse, the better wrestler you are, you look like a man. So they got to find some in between ground.
But then what about Sunny Kiss?
Exactly. That's not the middle ground. That's just it is what it is. It is what it is. It's like I don't get it. Like most of their wrestlers. Even Thunder Rosa, she's like in the middle. Like, but if you take her face paint off, she look like an old Hispanic lady who could wash dishes. It's just like if you take her face paint off, she look like the lady in the taco stand. It's not even like she Brother Chris, am I wrong? If I'm wrong, I stop talking. I'm gonna mute myself for the rest of the podcast.
We have hit every. I think
we hit every demographic that we can get flagged for.
I ain't
Anybody,
shit. I ain't talking about shit.
anybody can get an
Chris, am I
episode.
wrong?
Yeah, she does.
Like
look,
that
she's a
female.
rough-looking woman.
They're worried about how long they. That's why they have short matches because nobody want to watch them. Literally, like the best wrestler, the best looking wrestler you have has the belt, but she can't wrestle. So you put in the stable with two people that wrestlers, and it's like Kara Hogan and the other ladies. Like they're okay, but they're not on the same level as Thunder Rosa wrestling. But Thunder Rosa look like a man. Like I mean, she look like somebody mean mob. You know what I mean?
And it's sad, even with the baddies, as we're talking about. You got Jade, who is the enforcer, and then you got the two little runts running behind her. It doesn't look. It looks weird.
Like they were doing dances. Like none of y'all got rhythm. Nobody got rhythm. None of them got rhythm. You got all right. So they did it the same time. Bianca Belair, former dancer, Naomi, former dancer, and then Sasha Banks, former dancer. They was doing the dances, and then all of a sudden, these three black chicks do it. And it's like, yo, none of y'all got rhythm. None of y'all.
We know who they hung out with.
Exactly. It wasn't a hood. It wasn't a hood. That wasn't allowed in the hood. Naomi grew up in the hood. You know what I mean? Bianca Belair lived in the hood. You know what I mean? I don't know about Sasha Banks, but they grew up.
That's just that.
You know what I mean? But for them, they just
streets of Boston. She's from Boston.
The mean streets of Boston. But it's just like I'm looking at it like you got three women, pretty, decent. You know what I mean? Top 7, 8s, and I'm like, none of y'all can do nothing. You know, they do that turnaround but come on, man.
That's the weirdest looking stable I've ever seen in my life. You got Jade, who's like 6 feet tall, and you got these little 5'1".
Who you threatening? Who you beefing with? Like who you beefing? Who you fighting? You know what I mean?
That's like Debo having two little pit bulls, two little dogs.
Chihuahuas. Like going up there like, well, we the bad chicks. What? Nah, not believable. Send them back to to wherever they came from. Nah. Brother Good.
We had Jeff Hardy advance in the Owen Hart.
Oh, see, at least you didn't do a segue about somebody dying.
No.
But he did do a segue about somebody doing drugs.
Did I really? We also had the BCC win their match against Butcher, the Blade, and Angelico.
Don't Google that, kids.
That would be BBC, not BCC.
You'd be surprised. Don't Google that either.
We had Warlow, defeat a mystery opponent of MJF's choosing, which was William Morrissey. Still a fan of Warlow. Can't wait for him to get the belt.
I didn't see what did Morrissey have on his feet? Did he have on the Broke Hustler Timbs, or did he have on something different?
I don't remember.
Okay, before we talk about this, let's talk about the topic I care about. Enzo. If Enzo would have came out and introduced Big Cass, ratings to the roof. Why don't they need to Enzo in AEW makes more sense than that, and they said he was an audience.
I think it comes down to dollars and cents.
Yeah, because his work in MLW Fusion on Fight TV is amazing.
I wouldn't mind seeing. I mean, Enzo and Chris Jericho, Enzo and MJF. I mean, there's so many people that Enzo don't have to get in the ring. To be honest, I don't want Enzo in the ring. I want him to be.
We'll take Enzo and CM Punk.
Listen, Enzo and CM Punk will be amazing because Enzo would shred CM Punk because Enzo don't care. Enzo don't got that stop button.
Yeah,
Enzo don't got that stop button.
And it's not PG on AEW, so it's liable to get real.
Right. Enzo gonna bring a page. Enzo gonna bring up a
Hold on, he gonna bring a page or a page? Like, are we talking about page?
Both.
Or are we talking about
he's gonna bring up every dirt that CM Punk did if he gets that mic. AJ Lee, he's gonna bring her up. He's gonna bring up Lita. He's gonna bring up anybody who he stuck his penis inside of the WWE. It's all gonna be on the dirt. Enzo don't care. Enzo don't care. You know what I mean? So I would love to see Enzo with a live mic in AEW. That would take him to over a bunch of them damn views. They want to break 1 million views. Put Enzo out there with a live mic, ripping down a company. That would be better.
I wouldn't mind him having a stable. Just let him be a man.
That's what I mean. Hell, that's what he said the way he was supposed to be in NXT. He didn't know he was going to be wrestling. His whole big thing was he was supposed to manage Big Cass, and then they tossed
Carmella
into it. They were like, so I'm wrestling and she's gonna be the manager? That doesn't make any sense. But then all of them end up wrestling. And then she got both of them fired. I mean, conspiracy.
and then messed up a marriage.
Right.
And then married the guy that she broke.
Yeah. Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that.
That's nothing new in WWE, right? We never heard the story, right?
Yeah. The winner keeps their job. John Morrison. That's why he got fired. Batista took your woman.
Speaking of taking somebody's woman, we had Chris Jericho defeat Santana.
All right, so his nickname bothers me. They call him the Wizard, and he comes out all white. Right. So when they think of the Grand Wizard, and now he has a stable full of white men. So it's like, so you kicked out all the minorities,
No, he's got one Hispanic. Depends.
Hold up.
Daniel Garcia.
Man, that's a fake name.
Is he say it again?
That's a fake name. I don't believe it.
I don't believe it. I gotta Google it. I gotta see what type of Spanish he is.
Jamal, look it up. Let's see what Daniel Garcia's real name, what he really is. He might be Italian.
Keep talking. Go ahead.
So, all I'm saying is this. They damn sure, I don't like his gimmick of being just a wizard. Like, so, like, what is this?
I thought he was the influencer.
Nah, when they pop up, they call him the wizard?
Yeah, I heard him calling the wizard this past Wednesday. I don't understand.
Yeah, he was introduced as the wizard, Chris Jericho.
Right.
It doesn't say anything.
And that's one of the problems when you don't have a creative.
Oh, go ahead. I'm glad I just brought up tone deaf. Go ahead, because I gotta hit this one.
Okay, so that's when you don't have a creative or somebody or filter to like, hey, this is my idea, and then it's gonna be like, hey, I want to talk about X, Y, and Z. That's where the problem comes in. Go ahead, brother Chris.
So, tone deaf. Do y'all recall in the month of February, the great Tony Khan doing any videos about Black history? I'll wait.
No.
But
Investment Man.
But this he does montages.
Yeah, in the beginning of Raw. He does the one about Martin Luther King and everything else and blah 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 blah.
Okay.
But the great Tony Khan showed his face talking about it's Asian Pacific American Appreciation Month, and I'm like, oh, so you could show your face for that, but you won't show. You cried diversity and inclusion, but now all the stuff about Big Swole, what she's saying is kind of making sense.
The thing with Tony Khan is that he a rich boy, and he doesn't understand that sometimes you just need to shut up and sit back.
Yeah, he's privileged.
Like, yeah, he just just need to shut up and sit back. Like a lot of things you do, you shouldn't worry about, but a lot of things you focus on, you shouldn't worry about. You know what I mean?
Because in my opinion, if I'm a black wrestler in AEW, you showed your face, and it's no disrespect to the Asian, Pacific Americans, anybody.
What was March?
Huh?
Hispanic month.
They do nothing about Hispanic month.
No,
when is Hispanic month?
It's March.
It's
March.
I thought that was Women's Month.
It's like half and half.
March Women's Month. Yeah. Hispanic Heritage Month is September 15th through October 15th. But because he showed his face, and it's a good, you brought up Vince, Jamal, because he showed his face this month, you have got, as a wrestler, you showed your face in May, you better show your face to your point, Hispanic Heritage Month, you better show your face during every single holiday or every ethnic group. You better show your face. I'm sorry.
I mean,
you put yourself out there, you exposed yourself, and now you gotta live with it.
I mean, the only black thing he did in February is fire. What's that boy from Baltimore?
Leo Rush.
Leo Rush. That's the black thing he did in February.
Whoa. He's not from Baltimore. He's from DC. We don't claim him. Oh, even though he is one of my favorite wrestlers, he's from DC.
He's one of your favorites, huh? That's crazy. He was one of Jamal's favorites too.
Leo Rush is he's on my Mount Rushmore of wrestling.
MCW alumni.
The great Rey Mysterio, my favorite wrestlers.
I hope that thing burns on your skin.
It's burning his soul right now.
If I would have known that, I would have given you my Rey Mysterio. I would have got your Rey Mysterio mask. Better yet, since you like buying stuff, Rey Mysterio mask. That is, we gonna have a mask podcast.
Go ahead, Jamal. What were you gonna say about it?
What he touchy subject. I wouldn't touch none of it because once you touch it, you have to stick with it, and you got to do each and every one. And there's so many different cultures out there. It would just, it would become not important.
Hold on. Vince does it all the time, like clockwork. Like someone in extra tells him.
Does Vince do it, or does Vince have people do it?
Yeah, exactly. Vince don't put his face out.
It don't matter.
He don't even put his face out there for 4th of July.
Or trailer park trash. That's what he really is.
What month is that?
Shout out to Ryback, you bastard. Hope you get prices.
No shouts out to Ryback. See, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this real quick. The wrong person was taking up the word this week.
Oh,
Kevin Samuels should still be here.
Yes, the great prophet Kevin Samuels made his message radiate through the world. Just like most prophets, he came, said what they had to say. And
I think Jamal is just fed up with us today.
He's like, hey.
Jamal, you like Kevin Samuels?
Huh?
You didn't like Kevin Samuels?
Not my favorite, no.
No, he wasn't my favorite either, but I like him way more than I like Robert.
I mean, the prophet Kevin Samuels is just like any prophet. He wasn't always right. He wasn't always wrong, but he always said his message to the world, to the masses.
Damn.
All praise. Matter of fact, we should have done a moment of silence for the prophet Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Fuck him. Keep it moving.
Wow.
We had the Varsity Blondes go against the House of Black. Who loves the House of Black.
Did they really go against them?
Listen, all I'm saying is this. I don't understand the point of this of that stable. I don't understand the point of it's like they're trying to mimic.
You know how I do it. How would you book it?
How would I book it? All right, I would have him take over. I would have him take over the Dark Order and combine both stables to make one not a joke and have another one taken seriously. That's how
there really a Dark Order? Because Stu Gray's gone.
They didn't even say how he got fired. It was like they just didn't renew it. They couldn't agree with money, so they just phased him out. Like no outrage, nowhere, nothing else. You know what I mean?
I'll be. That was the worst transition. I didn't get it. I got like Brian Pillman. I didn't believe you on the mic. John Harbaugh into the conversation. That Harbaugh just looked weird. Like, hey, I'm just standing here. They asked me to stand up, and I'm just going to stand up. I don't know what this kid's talking about, but hey, if I knew his dad, great. But it was so awkward. Then you have the Julia Hart thing, and then you have.
Oh my God! Can we talk about how terrible that was?
And you have you have the Death Triangle. I'm like, who wrote this?
Like, who really booked this?
Honestly,
like, you have...
hold on. So honestly, this AEW this week, and to be in a city like ours, a wrestling city, as in Baltimore is, this is the worst AEW I have seen in a long time.
It was an abomination.
You can't blame the audience, because the audience was actually there trying to help them out, but it was just horrible.
It was horribly written.
Brother Will from the podcast is on there, but he'll do his thing next week. But for the most part, it's.
Aaron, I gotta agree with you. It was disrespectful to the history of Baltimore wrestling. How bad it was.
This was. I mean, Rampage was pretty good, but.
Well, I missed that. That was like you had to, as soon as you got off of work, Rampage came on. That was the dumbest thing they could have thought of.
Oh, because of hockey, it was a.
I don't care. It was wrestling like... at 5:30 on a Friday night.
No, I loved that time was right there, because that's the time when work is not popping off.
PBR.
But I'm just saying, I loved it when it was right. I was watching it like, oh, and everybody, and I was like, oh, wrestling or like, yeah, hockey tonight.
No, it's like they really need.
And it's not live, so I mean, what does it matter?
They're gonna put it anywhere.
If it was live, then it would be a problem. But by it being taped already, it's not a problem.
Yeah. Somebody has to. Somebody needs to take the reins from Tony Khan, because he is going to book that company into the ground.
I'm gonna make this analogy because Brother Chris is a cook. You can have all the same ingredients, but your food can taste horrible if you don't know how to put them together.
Agreed.
That's the best way. That's the best analogy for this horrible show of AEW. You have all of my favorite wrestlers, but you cannot get it right. I don't get it.
That's not.
Who's the guy that's going to push back on Tony? I don't.
Nobody.
You would think Chris Jericho. You would think the Bucks. All these people with titles. Is anybody saying Tony? This isn't right. I don't.
Tony is a spoiled brat. Those titles are given to people just so they can be happy. The same person I want. The same person I want him to check on is the same person come out there with the Grand Wizard. And not realize that's not a good thing. You know what I mean?
I would have bet $5 today on the Kentucky Derby. I would have been rich.
Oh. So, I mean, that's one of those.
I'm sorry. I know that was so random.
No, because I'm about to look up who won.
I can tell you, Rich Strike won. He had 80-1 odds of winning.
That would have been what, $4,000 or $400?
I probably would have won more than that. Because he wasn't supposed to win.
I mean,
he had the longest odds to win in history.
Well, watch the movie Lucky Number 11, and you'll understand why.
I've seen Lucky Number 11.
What is it for every? I thought it's every $100. Like when they say those odds, that's if you bet 100.
Okay,
so if you
I would have bet $100. I would have had some money.
Yeah, I think what's the 80,000?
Would have had some money.
80-1.
But this is not a gambling podcast. We don't promote gambling
until we get that sponsorship from what is it called?
It don't matter. Any DraftKings. Who else it is?
That would be 8,000.
FanDuel.
Speaking of DraftKings, it's a great company. Just signed up this past week. My cousins got into a brawl this past week.
Speaking of drafting, yeah, fuck what you said, because you was about to say some bullshit. Yeah.
No, my cousins got in a brawl this weekend.
Who's your cousins, Jamal?
With RK Bro.
Who? See?
And
See? Right there.
You're
Everybody
really
break it
claiming
down.
Usos?
Break it down. But the ST.
Listen, because you got the same sugar blood type does not mean you're Samoan. Stop it. Goddamn Moana.
My cousin Joshua Samuel Fatu and Jonathan Fatu.
You had to look up. You just Googled the names, and we saw you type. And then you're looking over at the other screen that you have.
Pregame. At least have a pregame of cheat sheet on your screen. You got 20 of them.
The way he was.
Never rob a bank with you.
Right.
Sir, were you drinking? No.
Give me all your money. It's back.
You cursed us?
Oh, you try to curse us?
Okay.
Danhausen. Get out of here.
You didn't bring up Hookhausen. Was that one down on the other show? Was that on Thunder?
My face hurts.
Wow, that was not Thunder. That was
on
on Rampage.
Nobody watched Thunder either.
Since we're talking about SmackDown this past week.
No, why don't we talk about Rampage first? Because that came on first.
At 5 o'clock in the morning. Or you got to pull up your sheets. Well, we got to do is talk about Dan Hookhausen. That's the only thing that happened on there.
We had other great matches.
Like what?
Dr. Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm.
Exactly. An STD wrestler, and nothing else matters.
I was waiting for it to come.
That main event, Jay Lethal and the Japanese guy.
Yep, that Curry off the top rope. My gosh. Jay Lethal sold the mess out of that.
That was good.
I mean, that's the only thing you do. That's the only thing AEW do for black wrestlers, make them lose.
But Jay Lethal won.
He won.
Whatever. Whatever.
He also had the rookie sensation Hook defeated Kevin Owens looking like in JD Drake.
What other promotion was he in? Was he in Impact? JD Drake? That name sounds familiar.
You mean TD Drake? That's why I sound familiar. If he was black, it'd be racist. That's what it is. You don't make a wrestler sound like TD Jake. You try to uplift everybody.
Was he a certified lover boy?
Wow. Now on to
oh wait, he's a certified wrestling boy.
There you go. Your thoughts on Lacey Evans?
I didn't watch SmackDown.
She's gonna be a heel.
Well, that was obvious, kinda.
Huh?
Is she gonna be a champion?
I mean, who's the one?
Champion?
She was
gonna be a champion.
Go ahead, Darren.
No, I'm saying who was the women's champion before she got pregnant? Wasn't she the women's champion before she got pregnant?
No, she was gonna go. She was gonna go against Charlotte, and then she got pregnant. That's when they dropped the. Yeah, that's when they dropped the whole.
Yeah, she got pregnant by Ric Flair. What?
Yeah.
That was the game.
That was
oh yeah.
Yeah, she was gonna be Charlotte's stepmother, and then Ric Flair really did get divorced, and then that's when the whole situation with the plane flight happened, and then pulling his dick out and a whole bunch of the news about him pulling his dick out and everything allegedly. I didn't make the story up. I didn't. All they gotta do is Google the what was that? The Dark Side of Wrestling.
The plane ride from hell.
Right. Allegedly, I didn't do it. He was out there. I wasn't on the plane. I would have stopped him at least.
So it was snakes on the plane.
Don't like no motherfucking snakes on the motherfucking plane.
Like, look at my wriggle snake. He's touching the ground.
They said Rick was happy with his man piece.
Yeah, he didn't care.
Rick said
he don't care.
He had a style and profile down the aisle to show you what he was working with, ladies. Not saying it was appropriate. It was not appropriate.
Definitely was not appropriate.
Not appropriate. But it's Ric Flair though, so it's like, yeah. See, the Prophet Kevin Samuels would have stopped him.
What are you doing, Ric Flair?
No, he was like, what are you doing, flight stewardess? You are not good enough to be a flight stewardess. Now touch the penis.
He's not good enough to be living anymore. Too soon? Sorry.
I mean, he lived like he died. A woman on top of him. That's why you're a prophet.
How he died on top of me.
Right. Baby, wake up. Nah, he's sleeping, baby. Sleeping.
Yeah, and you gotta love the internet. The internet said he had an overdose of coke and fentanyl. That's what.
Speaking of coke and fentanyl,
RVD?
it was reported this past week that Wyndham Rotunda, formerly known as Bray Wyatt, contract was worth $4 million a year. That does not include sales of merchandise.
What does that have to do with coke and fentanyl?
There's a lot of money to blow.
Oh,
that was corny.
You hate it.
No.
That's why he's not in AEW.
Like that.
Well,
that's why he's not in AEW because
Bray Wyatt was getting paid $4 million. What is John Cena and Roman getting paid? Because Vince don't even make that much money in salary.
What is The Rock getting paid?
That gimmick was popping though.
But Jamal, you said $4 million in salary, not including.
So hold up. Maybe Bray Wyatt's sales, he didn't get any sales because of the contract.
No, he still get money from. He still get money from the sales from WWE.
His stuff is still up there, so maybe that's why I'm saying they owned all the stuff.
Right. No, you still got. They still send him a check though.
They don't have to if it was a part of his contract.
Bray Wyatt was making more than Vince, making more than Triple H, more than Stephanie. So I would, if Roman is your number one guy, and Bray was making 4, how much is Roman making?
The difference between Bray Wyatt and Roman, Bray Wyatt was really bringing in that merchandise sale.
Yeah,
Roman is not doing as well as Bray Wyatt in merchandise.
He's pushing the t-shirts
now.
But Bray Wyatt Bray Wyatt was pushing t-shirts. He had a whole title after him.
Yeah, he did.
He was pushing his action figures. He pushed literally everything.
In 18, he was pulling at 4.3 million.
In what?
That's how much Roman was making. Yeah. Cena was 10 million. Brock was 6.5.
And Brock only had to come to work 4 days a year. Gotta love that.
So that money's out there. They making money. They've always made money. I mean, that was before he got his contract extension. So they're making money. So it's 4 million, and Bray was one of the top 3 or 4.
So that means DB had to be making maybe 5 or 6 before he left. That's why a lot of those cats can go to AEW. And we know Daniel Bryan ain't spending no money.
Right. But you heard about them blocking his trying to do independent shows now, right?
Yep.
So Tony Khan was going to do that.
All right, are we ready for news yet, or are we still going on? We ain't really got much.
That's what I went right into news.
Oh shit!
So here's a question: the other KO, Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker, said that he wants to be on the Forbidden Door show. Who should he wrestle? Moxley, DB, as codename Bobby likes to call him, Barry Windham 2.0.
I'll put him out there with Barry Windham.
Why?
And drop the belt. No, and drop the belt.
Nah,
CM Punk, because I heard CM Punk what's his goddamn name? I'm about to call the motherfucking Kenshi. The other guy to do the go to sleep. Kenta. I thought it was gonna be CM Punk versus Kenta.
I don't want to see CM Punk go against Kazuchika Okada. I don't want to see that. That would not be a good match.
It's gotta be Daniel Bryan. It's gotta be.
No, if they bring somebody in, or they're gonna do Joe, that's not gonna be a good match either. They're gonna need somebody who's gonna be able to fly.
And you know he does slow, methodical matches.
Right.
Could Kenny come back?
No, Kenny still recover.
By the time that pay-per-view, he could be.
I mean,
But
now
what
if
do
they bring, now if they pull somebody out of that, it's like, I mean, if you're going to talk about, I would say Josh Gresham. They can use him. They can use Woods. I mean, you gotta look at somebody. You gotta look at somebody who can actually do that type of match on that main roster. They don't
and
have.
you know, Josh. Well, see, Josh isn't a flyer. He's a great Mac technician. You know what I mean? He's one of my favorite wrestlers that I think could go up against Okada.
So, in other wrestling related news, excuse me, Big E gave his update on his neck break.
Yeah. Go ahead.
They said, well, he said not they. He said that he has to wear the brace for another 4 to 6 weeks, and trying to avoid the fusion surgery. Now, if he gets the fusion surgery, he might not be able to wrestle again.
Right.
Thank you, Rich Holland.
It happens, you know.
I mean,
we didn't want Bret Hart's career to end as early as it did.
I mean,
that's because of
Goldberg messed it up. You know.
I thought you meant Owen Hart.
No. Sting retired.
His fault. I mean, his fall from grace. His fall from grace.
Wow. I was gonna let you finish, and I thought what you said. Seth, retires Sting from, WWE. I mean, it happens. We don't want it to happen. You know.
I mean, I can see him as a manager. We're gonna be back. I can see him as a manager. He can just come out there like as the manager of the Woods and Kofi.
But to be honest, they need somebody. The sad part is WWE doesn't have any young black male talent because they're all getting older.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Mello, but I look at Mello as like Sasha Banks. Are they black? Are they different? Are they Spanish? What are they? But they don't have young black talent that they can maybe take under their wing, because that eventually it's going to be over with. They're too old.
Yeah, because Apollo, I think, is he like 35? He about 35,
Apollo Crews
right?
is pretty old.
Yeah.
But I know somebody that went to school with him, and he's actually pretty old.
Yeah.
So,
apparently, the WWE was impressed by Morrissey's match at AEW. Do we see him coming back?
No.
Once he bring Enzo with him.
I'm reading this article.
Go ahead.
I'm reading this article on Bleacher Report that the best kept secrets of WWE on the WWE and AEW rosters. They said one of them is Xia Li, who is very good, very good. Another one is Kip Sabian. We haven't seen Kip Sabian forever.
That is a good point.
Somebody named Amelia McKenzie. She's supposed to be NXT UK. That's what she was. And then, hold on, let me skip. The Nathan Frazier, who's on NXT. And then they say Sonny Kiss. And here's how the article reads. It says Sonny Kiss is another day one AEW signee who has gotten lost in the shuffle. And that's a shame, because there's no one else in the industry who looks or wrestles like her. The Concrete Rose gives the company a chance to showcase the positive representation of the alphabet community but she's also just so fun to watch. Her her unorthodox offense and athleticism are exciting, and it seems tailor-made for AEW's brand of wrestling. Her criminally underrated pairing and rivalry with Joey Janela was one of the highlights of AEW Dark last year. It's hard to understand why Kiss hasn't worked the program on Dynamite or Rampage yet, but it's a major missed opportunity. Fellas, how do y'all feel about that?
We don't talk about Bruno.
No. We don't talk about Bruno. No.
But I guess I have to ask the question: what does Sonny Kiss identify as?
All right. On the podcast today, let's talk about some other news than this because we're not talking about this. No, I mean, like how many flags can you get on one video?
No, I gotta ask this question because if Aaron said this article identifies Sunny Kiss as her, should Sunny Kiss be in the women's division?
That's a great question.
The Church Money faction in NWA is one of my favorites because Big G,
So you don't
phone
think
number of Blackout,
that he can't identify
is
as
the
her
mouthpiece of it, and they are soon
as a black alphabet community member.
champion. Just the Pope did amazing.
The Pope touched people.
This past week, Ezekiel
not
explained
that
why
Pope.
his brother never talked to him or talked about him.
Why is that?
It was a very interesting conversation. Let me pull up the article. So we're talking about positivity and brothers and twins.
Pushing P.
Pusha T, yes, it was a great album. Pusha
Great
T, that shit
album.
rocked.
Jack Harlow album sucks though.
Oh, that's the opinions of Aaron. Not of the Good Wrestling Podcast.
Well, I'm gonna say it. You know
Shout out
what?
to Hank Trill too.
While Jamal was looking up that, I'm gonna say this about Jack Harlow's album. It's
I got
completely
it.
off subject.
ahead.
Anyway, you can still wait.
The fuck? Go ahead, stop talking. Go ahead. Stop talking. Stop
Jack
talking.
Harlow.
See, I got the mute button. The fuck?
Now I like Jack Harlow. He can rap. But Jack Harlow is really like what they used to call Eminem.
What did they used to call Eminem?
Jamal knows he's gonna get flagged. Go ahead, Aaron.
Go ahead. ER or A? Which one? Jesus Christ.
B Rabbit. B Rabbit.
This fucking episode is just like. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
One episode a year. It's got to get flagged.
Jesus Christ.
Don't call
just
him.
burning.
Call on him.
This shit is just like fucking Rome just burning like the hell right now. Just from start to fucking finish. This shit just Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
I think Joe Budden's about to fire us. Like,
Joe Budden's about to get rid of Roy and Maul.
All I wanted to do was have this episode today. I wanted to eat my granny's.
Brother
food.
Bobby, and Will is who's the cat that Joe Budden kept? What's his name? The production cat. That's who Will is.
Who, Parks?
Yeah, Parks.
But Joe Budden had to keep him because
it
was in Parks' house.
Yeah.
The whole studio was Parks' house.
Jamal's got to keep Will because Will's the full wrestling guy. So we're going to get fired and we're going to start our own podcast.
Unbelievable.
Oh, good. No, I'm done with my Jamal. What was you gonna say?
I don't even know. I don't move past that article about Ezekiel. I'm just unbelievable. AEW. I saw an article. They were thinking about bringing out the triple tag team belts.
Oh, they're not bringing them out. They're gonna encompass the trio belts back in
That's what it is.
the trio belts.
But the current champions. Oh, you talking about for ROH? The current champions are the hell's the name of that damn?
No, they're in TNA.
Right.
Yeah.
Shane,
So
No,
not
Shane
Shane. No, they dropped them to the last pay-per-view. They didn't sign them because one of them signed with TNA, so they couldn't redo it. They're gonna bring them back. The word is that when Kenny Omega comes back, Kenny Beta.
Oh, them and the Young Bucks.
Yeah, them and the Generation Me is gonna be the first ones to hold the belt.
alt-right Bullet Club is.
Yeah. Yes. I was gonna say the alt-right Bullet Club, but I ain't want Jamal to be like, oh my God.
Literally said
Listen,
alt-right.
everybody can get it. This is like the Carmichael show.
Everybody can get it, even himself because he came out. But all I'm saying is
what the fuck just happened, dude? We talked about goddamn fucking a grand. We talked about a Grand Wizard today. Literally talked about the whole Grand Wizard.
Jamal,
like
what did
it's
I tell you?
It's five black guys on this show. And we talked about the Grand Wizard.
Myself, I didn't name him Wizard. He came out as a wizard.
I told you, Jamal, that we should have did a kid-friendly show. I told you a long time ago. This is what happens.
Oh my God.
So in other news,
we didn't cuss.
Hold on. WrestleMania. Okay. We definitely did. Okay. I did. But WrestleMania Backlash is tomorrow, right?
I'm gonna get tonight.
It's tomorrow. It's Sunday.
Tomorrow.
No.
What are y'all?
Sunday? Hold on. WrestleMania Backlash.
No, wrestling comes on Saturdays now. It's
Wait,
like 30 minutes.
Really?
Yes. I'm not watching tomorrow.
I hope it doesn't come on night because I'm trying to watch the Canelo fight. I know that's outside of wrestling. I'm sorry.
Oh, that Canelo fight
sucks.
For real, that's tonight?
No, Backlash 2022 is tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I'm not watching. It's Mother's Day.
But anyway, what are your predictions for WrestleMania Backlash? Is it gonna be some bullshit?
No, it's gonna be no titles change hands, and it's just gonna be just a regular Raw.
So you think they're gonna let Ronda Rousey lose in an I Quit match?
Interference.
Yeah.
In an I Quit match.
They're gonna drag this turn out.
The Mick Foley. Oh, was it Mick Foley?
Yeah,
Mick Foley never.
Yeah,
I quit.
They piped in him saying he quit, some shit like that. Or somebody gonna run out, toss the child. They're gonna toss the child in the ring with a metal towel, saying that she got to breastfeed.
The matches are God damn it. The matches are as follows.
That's why she said she left early for WrestleMania.
We got a six-man tag with the Bloodline versus RKO and Drew McIntyre.
Bloodline wins.
Bloodline wins.
When that match came out, that's when you knew the pay-per-view sucked. But go ahead, Jamal.
We got Cody Rhodes going up against Seth Rollins again.
That should be the match of the night. Should be.
Cody Rhodes win.
We have
just so they can drag it out longer.
The 1-for-1. I agree. We got the SmackDown's Women's Championship I Quit match. Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey.
Next.
Gotta get the Flair and he stretched out to SummerSlam.
Next. I don't want to see Ronda Rousey have another belt in the WWE ever. Because if she has a belt, that means she has to talk. Next.
Nah, bring Enzo for her.
No.
No, she should be with Paul Heyman.
Enzo would bury her.
It would. That would not be a good thing. Let me tell you what she said back in the backstage about me.
No, I didn't say it would be good. It'd be entertaining, though. It'd be extremely entertaining.
We have AJ Styles going against Edge and Damian Priest is barred from ringside.
Rhea Ripley going to come out.
Yeah.
You gotta have AJ win to keep the storyline going, so they keep.
No, they're gonna draw it. They're gonna draw it out.
They still won't draw it out. But then AJ like, you had help again. I want you in the Hell in a Cell, just me and you.
That would be an amazing match.
Yeah, but that's in my opinion, in order for that to happen, AJ has to lose.
Right.
Or no, because Edge could demand it.
No, but it wouldn't make sense for Edge to demand it because it's keeping his people out.
Okay. Bobby Lashley versus Almost.
No one cares.
Black wins.
This motherfucker said I'm betting on Black. Oh my God.
Are we going with the American or the Nigerian?
Speaking of DraftKings, there you go. All right. And last but not least, match I really don't care about.
Black.
Happy Corbin going with Madcap.
Okay.
Madcap Moss will win.
This needs to end.
So, but Jamal, I hated your DraftKings segue just now. but I have a better one. Speaking of drafting, the WWE draft is supposed.
WWE draft is supposed to happen later on this month. this year.
Look at it. Hold on. Look at it, you piece of shit.
Go ahead.
You ain't going. No. You had a horrible segue because you talk about Mad Cat Monster and Happy Corbin. Who cares?
Go ahead, Aaron / Will. Go ahead. Cuss me out. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna cuss you out. I have more respect for you than that.
Okay. My man.
But no, they said it will be after SummerSlam in August.
They literally listened to our show because I talked to you guys about doing a draft a couple weeks ago. So somebody's listening. And
what are your hashtags, Jamal? Are you hashtagging WWE on this?
Is he hashtagging anything?
How are we supposed to get traction if you're not hashtagging, bro?
I was trying to show him the best way to,
We'll talk about that offline. Yes, our hosts don't hashtag anything. Oh.
You definitely need a hashtag Sunny Kiss this episode.
No, that's called red flags. We get those.
Look at Jamal's face.
He really look frozen.
He legit frozen?
No, he's not legit frozen.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Actually, it was good though for a minute.
Oh, jeez.
Frozen shit.
I didn't know if he was frozen and had a heart attack, had a
It was the blinking.
you know, the sugar level drop. Something happened. Just like, oh jeez.
Or a stroke. He just looks stuck.
Oh my gosh.
He looks stuck.
And just like how when Jerry Lawler went, I would have shoved him out the thing and we kept going with the show.
But and it's not like we could have yelled for somebody in the house to get him because he
got his elbows.
Nobody here. This is me.
Oh, somebody there. Shit.
No.
Oh man.
I don't got no other news. That's it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
we will be having a draft come up before the WWE's draft.
So are we gonna pick our shows? How you want to do it? Let's talk about that. Let's go.
We're gonna have a draft coming up. The 5 of us are gonna pick a show: SmackDown, Raw, AEW. No. I'm sorry. We did AEW, WWE, TNA.
No.
Can't do ROH, I guess.
No. That's how we broke it down. We did Raw, SmackDown. We did Raw. No, stop it, Jamal. We did Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, and then I was going to do NWA.
My man trying to get Mac.
Niggas with attitude.
And then we would take anybody from those organizations.
Yes.
And then we would just show our draft. Everything's up online. What, 1 minute, 2 minute sex time to choose?
For
maybe
what?
5 rounds.
A red draft for what?
Like a draw, like a draft.
For
like the NFL draft? Huh? You know how just for us. Our picks. These are our picks.
For what? It's like a waste of my time.
Why is it a waste of your time? It's you being creative. And who would you pick first if you walk right now?
When I do drafts, it's for fantasy football. And why
fantasy wrestling.
What's the hook? No puns intended.
Chris talking about money or a belt.
We could
Chris is talking about. Chris is talking about. How about let's talk about this offline. I got the idea in mind.
We didn't.
It might need to take a couple weeks to
this is totally random.
Yes.
Yeah, I know who Little B is, right? The bass guy.
Yes, from out
41.
of the Bay Area, where a lot of hip hop.
Oh, you don't know who Little B is, Jamal?
No.
A lot of your hip hop
know who
artists.
Boomhausen is. Wow.
A lot of the stuff in hip hop came from him.
Yeah.
This more modern hip hop came from him. I don't know his music, but I know he's the influencer of most of hip hop today.
Oh, he's trashed then. Okay. What about Lil B?
He just tweeted out something of the most random things ever.
Which was?
He says, "Some say I am a honey bun with C's as butt cheeks. Talk to me, America. Talk to me."
Pause.
Why?
Pause.
Why did we stop? Oh, tonight.
That just caught me off guard.
Did he just say his ass cheeks is honey buns? Is that this nigga just said?
Tonight is Under Siege Impact's.
What the fuck?
I'm trying to bring it back together. Well, pull up the card for
Hold up. No. We're not gonna skip past this one. Y'all talked about all that shit earlier, and y'all ain't gonna adjust this one. Nobody gonna adjust this one.
No. Lil B will throw real curses out over people. He cursed James Harden. He ain't been the same since.
Curse me with $1 million.
He ain't gonna do that.
I'm already broke. What the fuck?
Listen,
$1 million.
Listen. That's what that comment just tells you what hip hop is like now.
Garbage. This nigga said his ass cheeks is honey buns with the glaze and shit. The fuck.
Okay.
All right.
Can you pull up the card for us?
Little B had a lyric
Impact
saying holes on my dick because I look like Jesus. Young bass god coming straight with the heater.
Well, can you pull up
bitches on my dick because I look like Jesus Christ? I'm that pretty bitch. I'm a fucker all night. That is a classic Lil B line.
He's going to hell.
Oh my god.
And he did the whole music video in a church.
Because the Friend of Action Bullet Club is actually wrestling tonight.
All right, so let's go with the top. My team. We got Josh Alexander defending his title versus Ishii 2.
Tomohiro Ishii.
No, it's ISHII, which is Ish 2. It's a Roman numeral. That's his name.
It's the Shihi.
Whatever the fuck. I don't care.
The man Pitbull.
All right. Then we got a better match. We have VBD, Violent by Design, going against the greatest tag team in the world, the Briscoes.
That should be a good match.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about getting this pay-per-view tonight, to be honest with you.
The AAA title being defended by Taya Valkyrie, going against Deonna Purrazzo. We have.
I'm not gonna talk about Deonna Purrazzo. I'm gonna leave it alone.
We have the Bullet Club going against Honor No More.
No, you gotta say it right. You gotta say the Front of Action Bullet Club with only one black member of Bullet Club and the whole faction.
Kofi.
Happy birthday to Owen Hart.
And Kevin Owens.
We have the Knockouts Women's Championship being defended by Tasha Steele. She'll be defending against Havoc.
Is she good? Because I heard she had a concussion in the last pay-per-view.
I mean, that's TNA. Who cares?
They taped like 18 months in advance, so this happened 18 months ago. We have Steve Macklin going up against Chris Sabin.
Boo.
Mike Bailey going up against Alex Shelley.
Mike
we have Mike Bailey.
Mike Bennett?
Bailey.
Bennett.
Bailey.
You say Bailey? Who's that?
Ailey. Bailey.
Who's he?
I don't know. That was gonna be racist. I'm sorry. I was about to say some white guy.
It'd be funny if he's black, but go ahead.
No, I see a picture right here.
Oh.
We have the X Division Championship being defended by Ace Austin up against Trey Miguel. We have the
Poor man Ricochet.
We have Madison Rain going up against Giselle Shaw.
She cannot wrestle, but go ahead.
We have this token month. We have Rich Swann going against the Laredo Kid.
This token. Oh my god.
You just call the hometown cat a token?
He's a fucking jigaboo. Just fucking dances.
Wow. Okay. All right. You just.
I can't say that. Oh, I'm black. I can say it. No. Losing my voice out this
Did
motherfucker.
you just call this man Mantan?
He said that man had spirit fingers.
Showtime.
There you go. I hate the fact that he does that. He's from Baltimore. He's supposed to represent. All this nigga does is dance. That's all he does. Yo. It hurts my heart. This nigga like,
One thing that frustrates me with Rich Swann is that he looks like a homeless.
Like get yourself together. Like,
yo,
like I never his
How
dread.
you gotta come out with your chest all beady, yo. Shave that shit.
No,
That's what everybody else do.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about his hair. Like he got
his
one
hair is
dread
matted.
long, one short.
Right.
He looked like a homeless person wrestling. He looked like a hobo. I'm
he
sorry.
got Little Wayne hair.
No, Lil Wayne's hair.
Alrighty. So I don't know what to say to that. Y'all was yeah. Yeah. In other news, I have any other news?
No.
Random fact. LA Knight and John Moxley used to be roommates.
Yeah.
Another random fact: who knew that Jim Harbaugh and damn, what is his name?
We
Brian
talked about
Pillman?
that earlier. We talked about it.
I said that earlier already.
Who knew they were roommates?
John Harbaugh didn't look like he knew Brian Pillman if his life depended on it.
You think they did drugs together?
All right.
That's the way that I cared about. Like, you think they did drugs together?
We found out that El Matador, the great intercontinental champion Tito Santana, is allegedly a deadbeat dad.
I heard about that.
I saw that article too.
Allegedly.
I mean, I need the facts. I mean, maybe he did like the mother.
Listen,
Happy Mother's Day.
the 80s was about sex, drugs, and money.
Roe v. Wade was still established. She could have took care of it.
Oh,
my God.
I'm pro-choice.
Oh my gosh. You definitely getting flagged, Jamal. This episode is getting scrubbed.
Okay. You can't beat them, join them. Apparently it costs more than $400 now.
And Obamacare.
Jesus. Oh my
I heard it
God.
was covered.
All right.
The other
So
one
we're
going down to
Georgia.
You're moving to Georgia.
Hey. Speaking of which, we'll talk about that when we get off the air.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got. You guys got anything else?
Nah.
Losing my fucking voice. It's just
I'm debating about getting Impact tonight. I really don't want to spend the money for it.
Hey, if you get it, just send me that password so I can log in and watch that shit.
we on this podcast of Good Wrestling Podcast do not promote password sharing.
But
Fuck you, Jamal.
Send me the active link.
we can say whatever.
That's the line.
Because
Chris, you want to know what the line is?
that's the line.
That's the line.
Because that is illegal.
Yeah.
We said has been very legal.
Yeah.
It might be shamed on. It might be talked down upon. It might not be liked by anybody, but it was legal.
Also, fuck Amber Heard.
Man.
Yeah.
That was from the heart.
Amber
Why'd you say that?
Heard is lying. Johnny Depp, free Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, Kumbaya.
Did I send y'all that link? What the guy did in his bed?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. I already seen it. Yeah. Took a shit in bed. Anyway, end this podcast. End it.
Well, I
All
want to
of
thank
them.
you guys for joining us. Again, I'm your host, I'm Jamal Good. I was joined today by Aaron. Aaron, thank you for helping us out there.
No problem. Hey,
Look, shows.
so check out my latest episode of my podcast for Real Raw and Eccentric. It's featuring Brother Maul here and Brother Will, because the other two brothers here did not show up. But I am not going to bring that up. We had a great time.
I got you next time.
And yeah, just check it out. Real Raw Eccentric. Follow me on my socials at The Abyss Theory. The
All right.
Abyss Theory. Instagram and Twitter. Follow me.
Want to thank you, Chris.
Real
for
Raw
joining us today.
Eccentric on TikTok as well. You know.
Oh, that's why I got my name, Mr. TikTok. Got 1,000 views. Yeah, I ain't even on TikTok. But shit. All right, Chris, thank you for joining us.
I wonder why. No, we don't get no views here.
Oh man.
Talking about Goose Goose. Would you like me to show Goose Goose on this fucking show?
I don't care. You do what
no.
do what you want to get the views. You see what I did.
Selling the soul. Selling the soul.
Thank
Chris,
you for the invite.
Thank you.
I'm glad I made the list this week. Thank you, Jamal.
The list. You want to plug your business, plug your Twitter, Instagram?
He like, nah. I won't
nah.
Not this episode.
This episode might hurt my brand. I'm sorry.
Buddy, thank you for joining us.
Oh my God. Hashtag code name Bobby at MWC Blues. Come at me whenever. I'm always on there. I might be live tweeting the TNA tonight. I'm not sure yet. But I ain't been blocked this week.
What is Impact on? What is it showing on?
DVR. I watch on Fight TV.
I don't see it on Fight TV. That's what I was looking.
0 Days Sober. I'm no quitter. Go ahead.
Thank you. And again, I'm your host. I'm Jamal Good. I want to thank you again. Before I go, I would just like to say
whiskey in my cup.
Thank you for being
on this is Under Siege?
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
I want to get this off my chest first real quick. I want to say thank you guys for joining us and being with us every week. Serious note, a lot of people died, and I just want to say a couple things that I do when I'm with my friends, family, or anybody. I never, and I will continue to never say this, I will never say goodbye. I will always say see you later, because tomorrow's never promised. And I just added something to my repertoire that I want to start saying to people, to you as fans, to my co-hosts as well, just to say I love you. Again, tomorrow's never promised, and the last thing that you ever hear from me after me leaving you or departing from you will be see you next time, and I love you. So to all the fans out there, to everybody watching, I just want to say be safe, be careful, and I love you. And thank you for joining us on the episode of the Good Wrestling Podcast, season 2, episode 5, and we'll see you guys next week. Be safe. Thank you.